sir. Take a seat.
You must be on the other side.
Alright,
Defendant? I don't fucking know.
What am I doing here?
I have no clue. You go first. You get that side. Yeah.
I can walk
Come on.
around, thank you.
Well, you know, I was trying to help you.
I appreciate it.
come on, body cam. Work for me. There we go.
We got bad posture. Our backs are gonna end up.
Hey guys, welcome and welcome to EastSide Roleplay's court case of Santa Blanca. Alright. With that being said, I am the judge, and we have members from all over.
Like
All rise for the almighty judge.
The almighty, there it is.
Alright, prosecution, go ahead and begin with opening case.
Your Honor, we are here today for the case of the Santa Blanca cartel against the Blaine County Sheriffs and the San Andreas State Troopers. Would you like me to give my, I forgot the word. Sorry, it's been a long day, man. It's early. I haven't had my coffee. Yes, my testimony. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, yes, please.
No Alright. So, approximately 24 hours ago, little more, the police departments, the San Andreas State Troopers and the Blaine County Sheriff's Office decided that it would be a good idea to go ahead and attempt to breach the property at Cayo Perico. As you are aware, Cayo Perico is owned by the Santa Blanca cartel. However, the Santa Blanca cartel has not committed any crime for, I'd say, we've been pretty dormant. We have, like, honestly, the cartel is barely a thing anymore. The families just kind of moved out. They did their own thing. So, it's just been passed down through the generations. Now, to my knowledge, there was a suspect that was being chased on a watercraft. That watercraft was then, the law enforcement had lost eyes, launched a helicopter at Los Santos International Airport, and proceeded to make their way down to Cayo Perico. It was a long 12-hour battle where armed personnel on Cayo Perico heard them, activated their custody alarm, and put the entire island on lockdown. 3 Cayo Perico cartel members were killed. 2 Los Santos, or State of San Andreas is the better way to put it, law enforcement officers were killed. So, I am here with my client. We are going to be attempting to sue for $10 million for trespassing and illegal discharge of a firearm on other than government land. Cayo Perico is not a part of the United States of America. It is considered its own country. Defendants may state their testimony.
Thank you. Defendants, your testimony.
Alrighty. So, the whole reason why we were on KO was we had an, I believe it was, we had a suspect that was running from us on a watercraft. We had launched 2 boats at the time. We had a jet ski from BCSO out, and then we had a large boat from the San Andreas State Troopers that were occupied times 2. Jet ski was occupied times 1. Large boat could not keep up after we got to LSIA, and I got a tip that they were heading to KO. So both units broke off. We met up in LSIA, got together on a heli, and established a mission that we were going to go breach KO because of the fact that our 2 suspects that were on the run were there. Well, we got there, we put the heli down, it was nighttime. We walked across the entire field to get to the compound. By the time we got to the compound, they somehow already realized that we were there. Once they realized we were there, they kept calling us to tell us to state their names. We did not identify ourselves, as it was a tactical silent breach. We proceeded to move to the side of the compound. One armed individual walked out of the door. He was shot and killed by me. And then they set off the alarms. Two more individuals walked out the door. And I think it was actually two walked out the door, one flanked around. We got all of those down. And then the unit that was shooting, or both units that were shooting at the door, were taken down. We put together another squad that was scuba trained. They went in through the sewer, or not the sewers, through the drainage pipe that led them out to the back, almost cliff house of the compound. Once they got there, they got closed in by cartel. Two of them were closed in. They had a third that went around to the left side of the compound. The two were closed in. They were shot. One of them was shot in the leg and pretended to be dead. The other one was shot and killed, sadly, which was a San Andreas State Trooper. The third one that escaped, or not, I want to say escaped, the one that wasn't found, he flanked around in the middle of the compound. I believe he set off an alarm, and then he had a Puerto Rico security guard open fire on him. He opened fire on that security guard as well. And then another one tried to flank him. He opened fire on him. Once he took those two down, he went and got the trooper and got out of the compound.
Alright, is that all?
Yes, sir.
Alright, prosecution, if you want to begin with your witnesses.
Yes, sir. Your Honor, I would like to call Unit Badge Number 97102, SWAT Commander John Hardman, up to the stand. You are under oath, correct, sir?
Yes, sir.
Alright. So, I would just like to formally kind of make this clear. I'd prefer if you did not refer to us as cartel. Those personnel are Cayo Perico armed personnel, just like any military. That's like how I would prefer you to refer to them as. We are not a cartel. So, sir, how do you know that your suspects that were running from you on a watercraft were at Cayo Perico?
I got an anonymous tip by someone that I shall not name that they were heading to KO.
And why shall you not name?
Because they asked not to be named, and I have that right to not name them. I also got a tip from...
How do we know that you are not just making this up on the spot, and that you don't? Exactly. So how do we know that you don't just have a grudge against the family on Cayo Perico? So you breached it, and this was your opportunity.
If any law enforcement officer has a grudge against someone, when they get trained and when they get sworn in, they're gonna have to drop that. I did not have a grudge against the Santa Blanca organization. Sorry. Now, you really have no way for me to confirm that I had an anonymous tip, but you're just gonna have to trust me. And if you don't, I'm completely fine with that.
So, approximately, are you aware that that night you caused $37,000 of damage on the Cayo Perico Island?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Are you aware that the Cayo Perico state, or country, whatever you want to refer to them as, is going to have to pay that $37,000 to get it repaired?
Yes, sir.
How is it fair and just that a private property with no trespassing signs all over the place is having to pay for your irresponsibility?
It's not, sir. I'm not gonna say that it is. I'm not the one that decides who pays for what. I am simply just the one who is assigned the missions, or gets together the missions, and then proceeds to execute the missions.
Okay. Mr. Hard, would you say that you're an intelligent man?
Somewhat, sir.
So, do you want to explain why, in your testimony, you did not mention once that the Cayo Perico armed personnel did they not, sorry, give you at least 5 warnings to leave the property?
They did, sir. I did mention that. I said
And
they
why
called
did
out
you not
asking us
leave?
to identify. Because I was sent on a mission to infiltrate that property and find our suspects. Therefore,
to my
I was
knowledge-
not going to leave.
To my knowledge, I'd say you're pretty local. County sheriffs are pretty local to the county. The state troopers are a little more statewide. However, are you aware that the state troopers and the Blaine County sheriffs are not allowed to do cross-country missions?
Sir, I was assigned that mission. I was not the one who put together the mission.
Well, in your testimony, you said that you were putting it together. So this
Yes,
is
okay,
an
sir.
issue, sir.
Whenever a mission is assigned, it still has to be put together. The higher command in the state put together the mission for us to do. Now, that's when I have to assign people roles, what they're going to do, where they're going to be, how they're going to do it. That's what
Okay.
I mean by put
Who
together.
did you get this mission by?
Who did I get this mission? By the government.
You did not get this mission from the government, sir.
Yes, sir,
The
I did.
United States of America are 100% aware that if they want to infiltrate Cayo Perico, they must do it with either the U.S. Marine Corps, the U.S. Navy, or the U.S. Air Force, the U.S. Army, anything like that. They are not allowed to send a local police department off of their country. It's just like if I were to do, our neighboring country, Canada. If you guys were to go up into Canada, raid a house, arrest people, kill people, and then come back to the States, that is not okay. That's not acceptable. What is the difference
Okay.
here?
Sir, I'm telling you what I had. I was assigned to go infiltrate them. I was not the one who decided, hey, I'm going to go out of the country just because, oh, well, 2 of my suspects are not there. I was assigned and was told to go do that. I'm not going to go way higher up.
Okay. The government did not tell you.
You
So who did you get
can
the order
call
by?
what you want, sir. The government told me.
Your Honor, do you have any files showing that the government has requested this mandate? Or this operation? Better way to put it.
Not that I can see on this desk.
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Hardman, if in fact the government did issue this, what was that government official's name?
I do not have to disclose that.
You do have to disclose that, sir.
You can do whatever the hell you have to do to me.
If you are saying
I'm not going to disclose the government official's name.
Sir, if you are saying that the United States government has asked for you to do something, we are in a United States government court. You are legally required to disclose that information. That is open to the public. The case files are not classified. That's why we're in a live stream courtroom. Who disclosed that information, or who assigned this operation to you? Because I want them on a phone call or something. Because at this point, I got a feeling that it was an anonymous... Oh, where did he go?
The gods took him.
Very clearly.
Shit, spasm.
Oh, they have
Okay,
released him.
You
Open
didn't see
mic.
shit?
Open mic.
Mr. Hardman,
Yes, sir.
are you aware that you made a mother very upset over the past 2 days?
Open fire on us, sir. First.
So you're telling me, let's say you own an island. It doesn't have to be big. You own something, and there is random people with guns coming on your property, threatening your wife and children. Are you telling me you wouldn't shoot at them?
No, sir, but since since the officials on the island spotted us, they had to have seen us. Therefore, they saw that we were dressed in tackier. They saw that we had. They were able to see our figures if they saw us. Now, with the equipment that they have that spotted us, I can almost guarantee you that they saw the badge on our vest or on any of the people that were breaching's vest because we were fully hidden in brush. Therefore, they had to have some high-tech talent, high-tech technology to see us through that brush.
Is it not true that anybody can go to any fabricator? Because I'm not gonna lie to you, I have done it. When I was younger, I went to, I think it was a Dollar Tree, sir, and I bought a badge that looked relatively realistic. Anybody can get camo clothing and a vest and a gun. How do you know? Especially when they're on your land and they're not supposed to be.
Well, from the tip I got, if the people that were running from us did go to KO, they probably should have notified the people that were on the island that, hey, there were probably cops coming. Because we ran from them on a boat.
Alright. I have no more questions, Your Honor.
Alright. Defendant, if you would like to bring up a witness, feel free.
I'll go up there. I had a witness right here.
You want to ask me questions, sure. Want me to go up?
Your Honor, I have my witness coming up.
Alright. For court documents, do you mind stating your name?
Brandon Tang.
Alright.
Sorry, Your Honor, what were you asking me?
I was asking the trooper to state his name for court documents. Trooper, please stand.
If I can't sit, you should probably remove that chair then. Where did...
The hell was
Nope.
that? I don't know.
Alright, you going to ask questions, defendant?
I think his brain is popping.
Okay. So, on the night that we were assigned this mission,
Yeah.
you were on the task force, I should say, correct?
Yep.
Now, when you were told to transfer to a heli, that I was giving you those orders, correct?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I did call over radio that I had an anonymous tip that the boat was heading towards KO. Let's get a team together, and we will go infiltrate our suspects. Correct?
Correct.
Already. Also, once we breached the compound, when we were in the brush, they did immediately spot us when we were fully covered, correct? No one had lights on, no one had nothing that they could visibly see us from unless they had some sort of technology.
Correct.
Objection, compound question.
Oh.
Sustained.
Sorry.
Are you gonna ask your question?
Alrighty. So, well, that was correct?
Yep.
Okay. Now, I just would like to make this known. They did give us multiple warnings to state our name, identification, why we were here, correct?
Correct.
And we did not disclose that, correct?
Negative.
Now, when we stacked up on the side door, they came out first, and they opened fire. Actually, they opened fire first, correct?
I believe they did, yes.
You believe or you know?
I don't remember, to be honest. I don't remember who opened fire
Alrighty.
first.
Alrighty. But you can confirm they were armed when they walked out that door.
Yes, they were pointing the weapons when they walked out.
Alrighty. And when the... confirm that there was a third squad member on that scuba team, correct?
Correct.
Alrighty. Those are all my questions, Your Honor.
Alright, if you would if you would be seated, Trooper. Or seated, correction. Alright, prosecution, you have anything else?
Yes, sir. I would like to call my client here, Richard Blanca, up to the stand. Make sure you fix your voice box range there. Up to the stand. This is sorry, Your Honor. This is his first time in court. He doesn't leave the house much.
Let's get to the seats.
Gotta go around the other side there, pal. There you go. That's good enough.
IIT.
Alright, stand, please.
Oh, okay.
Alright, Mr. Blanca.
Yes.
So, where were you on the night of the attacks?
I was in, what's the name of it? France.
Okay. And when did you first get word of the attack?
Once I get home. I went to go home and I found blood everywhere and I checked the security footage and I saw them doing that.
And did you lose any loved ones during the attack?
Yes, 3 of my favorite cousins.
And how much... I took an estimate earlier and said about 37,000. How much damage was caused to the property?
At least 100,000.
Okay.
And door locks and my security fence was broken.
Okay.
That's something.
And would you say that you had, like, your organization, your family, etc., haven't done anything to the Blaine County Sheriffs or the San Jose State Troopers in a while?
Yes, we haven't committed anything on American soil in months, years even.
And where is your brother, Richard Blanca?
I'm unsure at this time.
Why do you believe that the Blaine County Sheriffs and the San Jose State Troopers were on your land?
Because I saw them in the security footage.
Okay, let me simplify that question. Why do you believe they were there? Like, what was their purpose? Why were they coming there?
I don't know. That's why I want to sue them, because they have no right to be on my property.
Okay. And would you say that it's fair that the Cayo Perico guards opened fire on these men?
They did. We got them on security footage.
It's not the question, Mr. Blanca. Would you say it's fair that the Cayo Perico security personnel opened fire on the 2 law enforcement teams that were on the island?
Yes. They were on my property. I gave them strict orders to eliminate anyone on my property. They should not be on my property.
Would you say that you gave them a good amount of warning?
Yes. There were multiple custody alarms and, what was the name of it? Call-outs through microphones and speaker boxes around.
Now, how did these men get inside of the property?
Unsure. From what I could see is they went through our main security gate, but I don't know fully.
Okay.
I know one of my balconies are messed up. I don't know why. I think they may have used a I don't know,
like
grappling
device.
or something.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know.
Mr. Blanca,
Yes.
would you say that you were physically attacked by what the law enforcement teams have done?
A little, because that house I spent more than $3 billion on.
Sir,
Mm-hmm.
would you say that you and your family are kind people?
Yes.
Alright, sir. I have no more questions, Your Honor.
Okay. Can I go back to my soda?
You may be. You may head back to your seat.
Okay. Oh no.
Defendants, do you have anyone else that you would like to bring to the stand?
Yes, sir. I would like to call, I believe it was it Mr. Richards?
Yes, sir.
I would like to call Mr. Richards to stand.
Alright.
Or
Mr.
Blanca, I
Richards,
should say.
please come to the stand.
Again, sir.
Yes.
Alrighty. So you said that the Santa Blanca organization has not messed with any of law enforcement or haven't been on U.S. soil for, you said about a year, correct?
A little more than a year, yes.
Okay. That just putting me in the wrong direction because couple, like I think about a week ago, I had a Santa Blanca organization member actually dump a body off the side of a bridge at Raton Canyon.
Objection,
Not that I
hearsay.
know of.
Overruled.
Your Honor.
Your Honor.
Overruled.
So
You
that
can
just
continue.
just raised the wild hair on the back of my neck. Now you said you were in France the night of the attack.
Yes.
Alrighty. And you said through security footage, where'd they enter? Where'd
Unsure.
the first team come in?
It seems like through our front gate.
And that was in the main compound, or was that just the yard that was surrounding the compound?
I think this is the yard compound. I'm unsure. From what I can
Okay.
see from the security footage.
Okay. Well, that also raises a hair because he came in by heli
Then who
and
messed with my
entered
gate?
on the left side of the compound.
Then
So
who messed with my gate?
whoever you saw at the main gate was not law enforcement.
Well, we only saw y'all on the security cameras, so
Well, we did not enter through the main gate.
Objection, speculation.
Sustained.
What else do I have?
Wait,
You
wait. Sir, he said sustained. That means he's allowing him to go.
sorry, I was okay. he
Nope,
didn't
that's
notice I didn't-
overruled.
Oh,
Sustained
about to
is to change the subject.
Oh, my apologies.
You said you found out the attack when you got home, correct? You
Mhm.
said you found out because your whole place was a wreck, and so no one called you and told you, like none of the surviving guards called you and told you, or not even like a pilot that was landing, because I know you guys have a runway there.
No, well, when I got home, it was all wreck. That's what caused me to come home. My security all went off, and I was like, all right, I
Oh.
need to go.
Okay, so you got a notification on your phone via the alarms, and you
The alarms.
see what.
I
Those are all my
couldn't see
questions,
from
Your
up
Honor.
Alright, please be seated, Mr. Blanca.
Okay.
Prosecution, you have anything else?
One more thing, Your Honor. The prosecution calls 248 Brandon Tan, I believe is his last name, up to the stand.
Brandon?
Sorry, my brain popped.
You're good. Alright, sir. So, to my knowledge, in the compound, it was pretty dark, correct?
Correct.
And were you a part of the breach teams?
Affirm. Yes, I was.
So, how did you see?
With my eyes, sir. It wasn't that dark.
Okay.
You were still able to see, you know,
So, we had
pretty.
reports of NVGs or night vision goggles being used on the property. Can you confirm nor deny this?
I believe there was.
And were you using these NVGs?
I believe I was, yes.
You believe or you know you were?
I don't 100% remember.
Okay. And are you SWAT certified, sir?
Negative.
So, you're telling me that your commanding officer gave you a $10,000 plus piece of equipment that you were not trained to use?
Well, I didn't say I was wearing any.
You kind of just did, though.
Jury, please read back the previous statement. Jury would read it back, stating that you just said that you believe you were.
Then he said, "Are you sure?" And I said, "I don't believe I was."
Sir, the fact of the matter is, even still, you guys, and I say you guys loosely, the law enforcement breached the property with NVGs present. Now, by the looks of it, you were wearing quadfocal NVGs, which can range from $30,000 to $40,000. If they're green phosphorus. White phosphorus is even more. To my knowledge, it was green phosphorus. Not that we would have any way of proving that, so I'm just gonna go with the lower end. That's $30,000 to $40,000 per set. Now, why would you guys bring such expensive pieces of equipment to something that, according to Mr. SWAT Commander, is a minor scene that should not have as high of a risk? NVGs should only be used when you know you're not going to lose them. It's $40,000 down the drain. Do you agree?
I do agree.
So, to my knowledge, you guys and your SWAT team brought NVGs on the island, correct?
Yes, correct.
Mr. Trooper, did you discharge your firearm at all?
I did discharge my firearm.
Did you discharge it at somebody?
Not directly towards a person.
So then why were you discharging your firearm?
There were shots towards there. There was a threat, and I was trying to not die, which didn't really work out. But I did not. I believe I did not hit anybody.
Okay. I have no more questions, Your Honor.
Alright, Mr. Tane, please be seated. Defendants, do you have anything else?
I do not, Your Honor.
Alright. Give me 30 seconds to look over the footage, the jury, and I'll get back to you. Alright. Give me... You would be...
Okay.
Alright,
Oh, just
so
beep, beep.
the jury and I just looked over the live. We came across two things. One, by the looks of things, the LEO, the law enforcement teams that went to Puerto Rico, or Kyle, correction, didn't have full evidence, so they are guilty of trespassing. The other thing is 248 is going to be receiving punishment for lying inside of a courtroom. He stated that one moment that he believed he was wearing night vision goggles, and then a few minutes later he stated that he wasn't. Court is adjourned.